Unfortunately, backup monitoring is quite a difficult thing because many or most of the backup solutions have a different monitoring interface, so to say. So there are backup solutions that send syslog messages, there are backup solutions that send traps, write things into the event logs, write log files of their own to tell you if a backup was successful or did actually fail. So it's a very widespread way of telling did a backup or was a backup successful or not. But luckily, at least there is a most common thing that all backup solutions are able to send an email upon a backup, if successful or not. And usually that ends up with a person reading 150 emails each morning of all the backups in the organization, and then actually missing the one crucial with backup failed on the database server. So that's where we ramped up the IMAP sensor to do filtering. So that's what we have here as an example. So you see IMAP backup check for server 15 as example. We'll go into that one. And it's just doing that check every 4 hours. So of course the backups don't run every 5 minutes. So that's very sensible check here. So let's check into the server. As I said, it's an IMAP sensor, so we'll check an inbox. In this case here, as an example, again, Pessler backup check at gmail.com, just for example. And what is it able? What is the sensor able to do? Of course, we want to process the email content, so we'll switch to that option. We'll want to check the inbox, of course. So in this case, we don't need to check the from field. So only from the backup solutions emails are there, so that's fine. We don't check the from field, but we want to check the subject field, of course. And here it says backup on server 15 was successful. That's what's supposed to be in the subject. We could expand that maybe to mail body, because some backup solutions only write successful backup and then use the mail body to name the host where the backup ran. So you could expand that, and actually you can use regular expressions on each of the checks. In addition to that, of course, we can define what the sensor, or when the sensor shall go into warning state or even error state when within the last 12 or 24 hours no matching email was found. So in this case, maybe with a backup that runs every 12 hours, this would be quite a good recommendation, 12 and 24, for the sensor to go into a warning or error state. In addition to that, if no matching mail at all, so not even older as 24 hours was found, the sensor will go into error state as well, or warning state if you want, or you can choose to ignore that, and will display a message issues with backup on server 15. But we can also set the sensor to alarm if the subject, for example, writes backup on server 15 failed. So in case the backup solution would send that as an email, we can set the sensor directly into an error state. So it's a few options, but I think they're good documented, and it's clear what they did. So just to show you that it really does what it says, we'll change here to 16. Change that to 16 as well, and here as well. And I assure you there are no emails in that inbox with anything containing server 16. So we'll do a check now, and the sensor should now go into a different state than up, of course. Exactly. So just in case, just to show you that it then shows issues with backup on server 16 because no such mail is found, and then you could explicitly go into the inbox or even directly check the backup on server 16. Okay, and that's actually it for backup monitoring with the IMAP sensor. So of course, if you have a lot of backups, you may need to set up a few sensors of those, but it's not very difficult actually, as all the other things in PRTG.